mom and dad always inspired me to do well in school, and ultimately they gave me the motivation to go to college. So I'd have to definitely say that my mom and my dad were the ones who inspired me to go to college and ultimately to be successful.
And why did you choose Cal State Fullerton?
I chose Cal State Fullerton for a number of different reasons. Ultimately, it gave me the best combination of both being able to be near home, but also to have a college experience that was new and exciting. I got into a lot of different CSUs from Northern California to Southern California, so I had a few options, but I wanted to go somewhere where I felt like I could get a new experience, get a new demographic, and really expand my horizons, but also want to be close enough to home to where if I needed to go back home, I would have the option to do so whenever I needed. So ultimately it was between San Diego State and Cal State Fullerton. I chose Cal State Fullerton just because it was a little bit closer, but it also gave me everything I wanted from college.
A lot of students are going to be trying to pick their major. So how did you decide on communications and political science?
Really, I chose what I was interested in. I've always been someone who's interested in history and politics, so I felt like political science was a great avenue to really explore that. I've also been interested in how organizations work and also how people develop relationships with one another. So that was why I chose to go with communication studies, and I figured that ultimately I think I would be much more well-rounded, have a better background and a better knowledge about things if I chose to bring the two together. So I ended up with a double major in political science and communication studies, so I got the best of both worlds.
How did you first get involved in campus activities?
Well, the first thing that I got involved in was being a new student orientation leader. I needed something where I could get a part-time job, and also something that kind of really opened up the rest of the campus for me. I got a chance to meet people from, our student government, from our Dean of Students office, from, all walks of life through our campus. So it really gave me a chance to expand my horizons, meet people, and it gave me a chance to figure out what I ultimately wanted to do.
And how has your involvement in student leadership enhanced your college experience?
It's allowed me to meet a diverse group of people. Now I know people from everywhere from Humboldt State to San Diego State and everything in between. It's really opened up my horizons, allowed me to meet new people. It's allowed me the experience of actually applying what I'm learning in the classroom. I'm a political science major, so working with governmental relations, working with statewide issues in California is really a natural segue. I've had the great opportunity to go to Sacramento, to go to Washington, to really apply what I've been learning in the classroom to what I've been doing in student government and student involvement. So it's really been a natural progression to kind of take the theories and practices and examples that they teach us in class and be able to apply those in a real world scenario. And now, as CSSA president, I'm getting a chance to get kind of the other side of it, where I am working behind the scenes, I'm setting the agendas, I'm giving direction for an organization, and I really feel like it's really enhanced what I've learned in school.
So what does it mean to you and to your future to be made in the CSU?
I think that it sends a strong message that California's future really is made in the CSU, and I'm a living, breathing component of that. I think that all too often we kind of take for granted what our public higher education has really brought to this state. And with the Made in the CSU campaign, me being able to say when I go out into the workforce that I have been made in the CSU, that I've got this fantastic quality education for an affordable price, really means something to me. And I think that that's something that we should definitely bring to our next generation of college students. And in 10, 20 years, we're gonna have hundreds of thousands of alumni from the CSU, and that really means something to the state of California, and it means something to me.
Do you have any words of advice for a student who's applying for fall of 2012?
The best advice that I can give to a student is for them to look at the schools that you get into and figure out which one is best for you. I think that all too often we kind of listen to what our parents say or what we hear on the news, but ultimately the decision is for what's best for you as a student and what's best for you as a person. So I think that students should look into the programs they're interested in, look into the campus, maybe make a campus visit, see if they can see themselves being a part of that campus environment. And ultimately that will help you make a better decision about where you want to be in the future and then also where you want to go to college.
Well, Greg, thanks again for joining us.
Eric, thanks for having me. And so all you students out there, I want to let you know that you are California's future, and that future is made in the CSU.